Hey, hi there. Welcome to the video. So far, we have talked about interest rates, maturity, overdue payments, and default. Now, in this video, let's understand two very important concepts that go hand in hand. First is credit risk, and the second is collateral. Okay, so let's uncover these two concepts now. What is credit risk? So let's understand this through a simple example. Imagine you lend money to a friend and there is always a chance they may not return it on time or maybe not return it at all, which happens with most of the people. Anyways, jokes apart. Now, this is small chance of you not getting your money back. This is the risk here of not getting money back is called the credit risk. Okay, so in finance, credit risk is the risk that a borrower might not be able to repay the loan. Either they delay the payments or completely fail to repay, which is called default. The default we have already seen in one of our last video. So if you haven't gone through the previous video, overdue payments and default, I have provided the link of the playlist Financial Jargons Explained. You can always watch it from the playlist. Okay. So let's understand credit risk in real world through a simple example. Okay, so let's say there is a bank A, and it gives out a personal loan to a borrower of rupees 100,000. For example, this is for 3 years and at 10% interest rate per annum. Now, if the borrower pays the money back, everything is fine here. Everything is fine. But what if borrower loses his job for some reason or can't repay the loan? Now the bank faces loss here. Bank will face loss, and this loss is exactly what the credit risk is. That is the risk that the bank won't get the full amount plus interest, some interest on top of it, that is 10% per annum interest. When the bank doesn't get this is called your credit risk. That's why in general banks or any lenders always try to measure credit risk. Okay, they always try to measure credit risk. Okay, in order to see or understand how likely someone, the the borrower, is likely to repay their loan back to the lender or not. Okay, so this is what exactly is the credit risk. So who faces credit risk? So banks faces credit risk when they lend money to people or business. Okay, money to people or individual and businesses, because there are chances that the bank might not get their money back. Okay, always there is a chance. Depositors, when they keep money in banks, for example, let's say depositor keeps his money in bank, and if the bank itself fails or goes bankrupt, depositors might not get their money back. Okay, the third is investors. Okay, so investors buy bonds, and when they buy bonds from some company or governments, there are chances that company or government, which is very less, but company might not pay investors money back to them. Okay, so since I have introduced a term bond, so let me give you a basic overview of what exactly it is. So a bond is like a loan. It is like a loan, okay, that investor give investor give to a company or government. So company or government issues bonds, investors buys those bonds, and company and governments pays some interest rate. They promise to pay the entire money with some interest after certain time. Okay, this is bond. Now even you as a person may face credit risk anytime you let someone borrow money from you. You pay some money to your friend or anyone, you might face the credit risk. So now we have one question here: how do lenders protect themselves? So the question here is, how do lenders protect themselves? Okay, and one common way to do this is to ask for collateral from the borrower. So let's understand what exactly collateral is in the next slide. So what is collateral? Collateral is something valuable, okay, that the borrower gives to the lender as a kind of security. Okay, so let's understand this. Let's say you take a car loan. You want to buy a car. Okay, and you take some loan. Bank gives you, let's say, rupees 500,000 as a loan. Now this car, the car that you have bought, becomes collateral here. When you buy a car by using some loan given by bank, that car becomes the collateral. So if you stop paying, for example, let's say if you stop paying money back to the bank, okay, for the loan you have taken, the bank has the right, okay, bank has right to take back the car and sell it to recover their money. Okay, so they have right to sell your car in order to recover their money that they had given you as a loan in order to buy the car. That way the bank here, in this way the bank here reduces its credit risk. Okay, this loan, the car loan that you take, is also called secured loan because it is secured. Bank can anyway recover money for the loan it is giving. Okay, it is backed by collateral, that is car as a collateral. Now there are three types of collateral. Okay, so let's see this types of collateral. One is physical collateral. Physical items means it can be like a house. The one example that we took, car loan, car can be collateral, house can be collateral, it can be land, or it can be gold. You can take house loan, car loan, land loan, or gold loan. These all acts as a collateral for that kind of loan. So this comes under physical collateral. Okay, physical backed collateral loan. The second is financial assets. Financial assets like fixed deposits, shares, mutual funds. So these acts as a financial, these financial assets acts as a collateral for taking loan. So you can give your FD or shares as a collateral and get some money as a loan from the bank. Some are future incomes. The third is future income. So in some cases, bank also gives loan that is linked to your salary, linked to salary. Okay, so this is future income, it is linked to your income, so it's called future income backed loan. anything the lender can take and sell if you don't repay, that can act as a collateral. So these are not only limited to these three, but anything that you uh, give bank as a collateral in order to take some loan. Okay, so bank has right to sell that particular collateral item if you don't repay the loan to bank. So why collateral matters? Okay, so for banks, in the case of banks, collateral reduces the chance of total loss, so they can sell the collateral anytime and recover their money back. For banks, the collateral also encourages borrower to repay. If you don't repay their money back, they can sell your collateral. It also helps bank to lend more safely. So the collateral backed loans are more safer. And if you are a borrower, collateral may help you get loans more easily. If you take collateral backed loans, you are more likely to get the loan. Okay, you will also get better interest rates compared to unsecured loan. So since collateral backed loans are secured, you will get better interest rates, lower interest rates compared to other unsecured loans. Okay, so the next time someone says you this loan is backed by collateral, for example, now you know it. It means the lender has some protection against the credit risk. All right, so that's all for this video. Thank you and happy learning.